Hey guys! Probably one of my most requested videos has been how do I blow dry my hair so that it looks like I've just walked out of a salon and it's all fluffy and fresh and clean and bouncy. How do I do it? Now, I wanted to perfect my method before I shared any info, and I feel like I've finally gotten there. So today I'm going to show you two different methods of how to do it. One will be using a brush and dryer combo situation that you can buy, like this little guy here, and the other one will be just using a standard brush and blow dry, just in case you don't want to invest in one of these or you don't have one at the moment and you really want to blow dry your hair like right now. I got you, girl. So I will first start with the classic blow dry that you would normally get in a salon, and then I will show you how to use this. So the first step is obviously to wash your hair. My hair is completely washed. I just put it up so that it stays wet. I use all products by Macadamia Natural Oils. The shampoo I use is the Rejuvenating shampoo. I've been using this for years actually, and then I stopped at one point for I don't even know what reason, but I stopped. And now I've decided I'm getting back onto it because they are also 100% vegan and 100% cruelty-free, which we absolutely love and stand for. So instead of conditioner, I use a hair mask because I actually only wash my hair once a week, usually, sometimes twice a week if I have somewhere really important to be and it's getting on the greasy side, but my hair actually doesn't get greasy very easily, therefore I don't need to wash it too often. The mask I use is the Macadamia Natural Oil Deep Repair Mask. Now I use this instead of a conditioner because you're supposed to use it once a week and you don't need to use this and a conditioner, so I figured I may as well just use the mask. This stuff is absolutely life-changing. This one I've genuinely been using for years and I recommend it to everyone. It makes your hair so smooth, so soft, and so silky and easy to brush out, which is a big one for me because I have a lot of hair. I have very thick hair and it can get quite knotted, especially after I wash it. Afterwards, I use a heat protector because we will be putting heat onto our hair, and this step is extremely crucial, so do not forget to protect your hair from heat. The first thing I do is brush my hair out. Be careful because when your hair is wet, it is extremely delicate and even more fragile than when it is dry. So I start from the bottom and work my way to the top of my hair. So after my hair is completely brushed out, I will use a heat protector. So this one is the Blow Dry Lotion. All Hair Textures, again by Macadamia Oil. This is not sponsored, this is just a brand I love, especially because what they stand for, like I said, vegan and cruelty-free, which is kind of hard to find in a lot of brands these days, especially very famous ones that you know. There are a lot that are absolutely not cruelty-free. So anyway, I will pump some into my hand and we will run my fingers through my hair, focusing on the ends mainly because that's where most of the heat will be going. But of course, I will also be putting a little bit into my roots, the leftovers, because I will also definitely be putting heat up there. So the next step is to part my hair. I'm going to just part a section at the bottom. We're obviously going to start from the bottom and work our way up. So I'm just grabbing it like so, parting a decent section that I want to work on, and the rest I'm just going to tie up in quite a tight knot up here so that it stays wet and it's out of my way. Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to first start by showing you guys the regular brush. I use, I don't know the size of this. I'm gonna try and figure it out and then put it in the description down below. It's just a thicker brush, and then I also have a thinner brush. The thicker one is to dry it quicker, and then the thinner one is to create a tighter curl. Obviously, if you don't wanna curl the hair, but this is kind of the point of this tutorial, is to have that bouncy, blow dry look, so you kind of should curl it. But if you don't want to, then you probably only need the thick one to get a nice, smooth finish. I am no professional, by the way. This is completely my method. So if you are a professional hairdresser watching this and you're like, girl, what you doing? Honestly, I know. This is just what I've learned and how I've learned it. So first you should go around and just dry a little bit with a regular hairdryer at the roots so that your roots are a little bit dry. But because I have been doing my makeup and setting up my cameras and stuff, it's already a little bit dry, so I'm gonna skip that step. So this is the part that gets a little tricky, and I know that a lot of people ask me about this because they're like, how do you turn it? And honestly, the first time I did this, half of my hair got pulled out, so it's not easy. Be careful and have some patience and try not to get frustrated, but the more you practice, the better you're gonna get. Okay, I keep forgetting my tools all around my room. So I'm gonna use a hair clip actually to clip away this hair so that it's just like not in my way. Grab your brush and you want to put the brush behind your hair, okay? Also, the size should be, you know, be able to fit onto the brush. So don't get too much and don't get too little. Then you're gonna want to put it behind your hair like so, and you're going to twist the hair over the brush and put it down like this. I hope you could see that. It's very difficult to explain, hence why I was avoiding doing a tutorial, but there we go. You're gonna take your blow dryer and you're going to dry at the root like so, away from your face, and then you're going to pull the brush down. You're gonna go down, 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 and you're going to also lead your hair dryer down, and then you're gonna start like curling the brush up. I'm just using my fingers really, I'm just rotating with my fingers, and you're gonna continue blow drying, blow drying, blow drying, and then you're going to do this weird motion, which is extremely difficult to explain, so just watch my arm, okay? You're gonna take your arm, and you're going to basically like go down, and then you're gonna go towards your face, like in, and you're gonna twist the brush so that you do a curl. Okay, now I'm gonna grab the smaller brush and I'm gonna do exactly the same thing just with the smaller brush, and you can actually already start by just rotating it so the blow dryer isn't like in your way, and you're going to do exactly the same thing. Okay, so here we go. This is what it will come up looking like. So it will take me kind of a while, but I'm going to first show you this method before I do my whole head, and I'll show you how I end things. I just want to say that whilst you're using the big brush, if you're gonna go for this method, make sure that you keep going with the big one until the hair feels completely dry. The best way to tell is your hair will no longer feel cold. Once your hair stops feeling cold, that means it's dry. Meaning you can go in once with the smaller brush to define the curl. Basically, that's all this smaller brush does, is just make a tighter curl. So if you don't want a tighter curl, then you can completely ignore this step and just go with the big brush. The small brush has actually metal bristles on it, which heats up quicker, meaning it makes a tighter curl, whereas this one actually has no metal anywhere. So this one's more for just smoothing it out and making it big and bouncy, and this one is for the tighter curls. Now I'm gonna show you how this machine works, which is basically exactly the same thing, except it's an automatic car. It does 2-in-1, so it blow dries and has the brush already attached, meaning you only really need one hand. Okay, you still need two to like put the hair through, but you don't need to constantly be like, ugh, like you do with these guys. This is great if you want it to be a little bit quicker and easier, to be honest with you. The process is exactly the same. I'm gonna grab another piece of hair just to show you. We're gonna go through the exact same process. I'm gonna again take this and brush my hair out with it. Obviously this little guy is in the way, but let's clip him onto these guys just so it's out the way. This looks very strange, but anyway. You're gonna grab the tool, you're gonna put it on, and then you're going to put it behind your hair exactly the same way, and you're gonna this time go really slowly down first to just initially dry the hair because my hair is still quite wet, and then you're gonna do exactly the same. When you reach the bottom, you're just gonna twirl the hair around the brush, get to the top, and just wait for it to kind of dry out the area, and then you're going to, again, just do the same rotation towards your face, wait a bit, towards your face, wait a bit, towards your face, wait a bit, or towards your body, and then come out. You should have a curl, and again, you only need one hand. You don't need to constantly be there with a dryer. That is completely the benefit of this one, but the process is exactly the same. Also, this head is metal, so obviously gives you a tighter curl, heats up quickly, and allows more air to come in. And another thing about it is that it doesn't rotate. There are some brushes that rotate. I've never tried one. My mom has, and she told me it was very difficult and her hair kept getting stuck because of the rotation, but I can't personally tell you my experience because I've never tried a rotating one. All I can say is this one does not rotate, and it works exactly the same as a regular handheld brush. You got to do all the work yourself with the movement, but 2-in-1, baby. Anyway, let me do it and you will see what I mean. As you can see, this is what the curl looks like. That's how it came out. Honestly, I think it looks really, really pretty. It was pretty effortless, but as you can see, it's a different kind of curl to the one from the regular brush. This curl here is from the hairdryer with the brush, the manual, and then this is the automatic. So the curl is way tighter, bouncier, more defined, way more salon-like. But once you do your entire hair and you use the smaller brush a couple of times over this one, you can also get this to look like this. Also, this is a lot more hair than this one, so keep that in mind. But as you can see, the difference in the curls, they're very different. So that's the results you would get. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and do my entire head because I don't wanna film the whole process. It takes me about 45 minutes to an hour sometimes. I have a lot of hair. With this one, it takes me a little bit less time, but still, I have a lot of hair. It's very thick, you're gonna see in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and do all that, and then I will be back with you when everything is done. Okay, I know I look crazy, but I've gotten to the part where it's my bangs, and I wanted to show you guys because it's a little bit of a different process. It's kind of the same, but maybe you're wondering, so I thought I'd show you. Now, all I've done is left some longer bits at the back that I wanna put a little bit more volume on, and I've separated them from the shorter parts of my hair, which used to be bangs and they used to be a little bit shorter, but now they've kind of grown out to like an awkward length. So I'm just going to put the rest of my hair behind in a ponytail, a really loose one, just so it's out the way and no strands can get caught. The other hair that I still need to dry has just been clipped back here, so it's also out of the way. And I'm gonna grab the same brush, same tool, same thing, and I'm just going to put all the hair around it, and I'm just going to rotate it forwards, just like this, okay? A couple of times until it's completely dry and smooth and doesn't look like this anymore. Okay, it's pretty dry, to be honest. That doesn't take very long. I'm just gonna use my fingers to kind of like find the middle and separate it, and then I'm gonna put it behind my ears. And now I'm just going to grab each side and do them separately. As you can see, it's quite curled in right now. I don't want it to look like this, so I'm going to be grabbing the tool, putting the tool above, putting my hair round away from my face onto the tool, and then as the tool is drying, I'm just going to move it that way, like out. So then it will kind of create like a swoosh, an outward swoosh, but also lift it here a little bit so that doesn't keep going into my eyeballs. This definitely requires some weird angles and stuff. As you can see, it's a little bit better now. Once I put my hair down, it will be better, trust me. I'm just gonna do exactly the same on this side. And then what I'm gonna do is take both of the strands and I'm going to kind of like rotate them backwards so that they're away from my face like this. It's kind of a mess now, but I'm going to finish off the rest of the hair and then I will show you the finishing touches. Okay, so I am absolutely all done, finally. It actually didn't take too long, to be honest. I think it took me about 35 minutes, which for my amount of hair, trust me, it's a really good sign. And this is using this tool. Obviously, I didn't use the separate brush and dryer. That would take me probably an hour. The last step I'm gonna do is put some oil. So this is the Macadamia Natural Oil Healing Oil Treatment. If you've got any frizzies or any little bits of hair that are just a little bit out of control, you just add some oil to them and they should cooperate. So I just do one little pump. This will also keep your hair just generally like really silky and smooth and just really pretty looking. So I'm just running that through my ends down here and over here. I'm gonna show you like a full visual of the hair in a second. It smells so good, this as well. And then I'm just lightly running it up here, very lightly because I don't want it to look greasy, you know? It's mainly about focusing on the ends of the hair because that's where you have the most damage naturally. And I also have a lot of split ends. I know maybe you can't see it right now on camera, but trust me. So there we go. That's pretty much what I do, how I get my hair to look salon dried and voluminous and just pretty. I hope that this video was useful to you guys and I hope you understood what I was talking about. It's quite complicated to explain. Honestly, it really is. That's why I've avoided filming this video because I just didn't know how to explain it to you guys. But I hope that you could kind of see what I mean and you got a little grasp of how to do it. I will link all the products and everything I used, all the tools, maybe not all of them because I don't know if I'm gonna find this exact brush and this exact hairdryer. Well, maybe the hairdryer will, but I will try to link products that are pretty much identical and I will link this one. I hope I will find the exact same one online. And obviously all the shampoos and stuff, I will 100% link those below as well. So check out the description box for everything. And if you have any other questions, please comment down below, let me know. Also, you can follow me on Instagram if you wish for more regular content. It's Olivera Darko, so go check it out if you want. And that is all I've got for you. So I will see you next time. Bye.